Culture is a part of us, and everything is to do with culture. Africans generally, especially in Somalia, they're very cultured people.
mahadna aan ku darno iskuulka Jabuuti ugu wanaagsan.
xaaladeedu way sii xumaanaysaa.
The story has so many layers. It's a film about love. It's a film about the healthcare system. It's a film about community. Film about friendship. A little bit of all those things. So there is not one direct message that I really want to preach. I really wanted, the colors to be warm, and colorful, and not just gray and dark and depressing, because, after all, it's a story about love. Often when I see films, from Western perspectives, the lighting and everything is completely different. That doesn't do justice to the different shades of black characters. There's no film without Nasra. There's no film without the woman in this film. The center of this film, whether it's Nasra, who is making him do everything for her. Whether it's his mother, who is the most powerful in the village, because when he goes back to the village, she is the first person he goes to talk to, because he knows that if she says no, everybody else will say no. And it's also the doctor, which is also, powerful and makes her own decision to help this strong African woman that I have been around, growing up in Africa.
sida ku caawin lahaa waxaan qori antibiotic cusub waxay noqonaysaa inaad Ethiopia qalitaan u geysid.
So it wasn't even for me a question of making these characters female. It just came naturally.
Nasra waa qof karti adag marka waxaan rajaynayaa inay dawadu caawiso.
It's funny in a way that he wants other people to die so that he can save his wife from dying, That's the irony. It's more of, accepting something, but then fighting against that same thing at the same time. I come from a culture where death is accepted, where it's accepted as being a part of life. I grew up in a society where death is afraid of, where death is seen as the worst thing that can happen. Like when he goes to his family and doesn't get the support that he needed, it means that they accept it, and that it's the same for them if she dies or lives, because she's gonna face it anyway at some point in her life. Bring awareness that it's something that's accepted in the society. Most difficult thing was really the process of financing the film. It was my first feature film. It's set in Africa, a non-professional cast, and in a small country in East Africa, and in Somali language. So there you have all the reasons not to finance the film. But once we got the financing, all the other challenges seemed very easy compared to that. At some point, I didn't even know if I was actually going to make the film or not. I never intended to highlight the culture in this film, but because it's a part of me, it's a part of, of the society. and strong ones in the society. It was just natural to tell their story through that. Everything is through culture. Sometimes I think the culture is even stronger than the religion, and everything is to do with culture. So it would have been impossible for me to just really skip that part and just show a plain story, because the culture is a big part of that, and I didn't really want to show it in a different light. I just wanted to be a part of the everyday lives of those people.
waxaa balan qaadaa inaan wada jiro dhibaato walba aan kaga baxayno